Alright, continuing on with Putin moves south, struggle for Eurasian heartland. First of all, the Russian worldwide equipment identification cards. So we've got pretty devastating looking vehicle here. Weapon system here, the Jack of clubs, spades, Jack of spades. Main weapon type 152mm gun there. That has a range of 18.5 kilometers. Wow, self-propelled howitzer, the 2S3. Tracked vehicle. That is a beast. That looks like a beast. Alright. I want to get an attack in here. I'm going to, what I should do in game terms is I probably should buy more reinforcements. But I want to do an attack. I want to get in an airborne attack. So that's what I'm going to do. I've already rolled to make sure I can get to my target. So that's what that roll is. That's the movement allowance for my airborne unit. But now we'll go back to the airborne assault action. First I'm declaring an airborne action. I'm going to expend 2 APs for that, action points. Coalition AP is at 7. So I'm going down to 5. Then I move one airborne unit adjacent to an enemy in the occupied hex via airborne movement. So I rolled 2 dice, I get 6. Here's my Chinese 15th airborne corps here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moved adjacent to the Kazakh combined arms corps there. More than one unit may conduct an airborne assault if all units participating are hyperwar units. The cost is still 2 AP. I thought about trying to set up a multi-unit hyperwar airborne action. I didn't see it on the board right now, but that's a really interesting option. And now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if, for example, I wonder if I can mix contingents. I wonder if I could mix the NATO hyperwar airborne unit with, oops, I don't see another example, but let me see if there's an example here. I wonder if there's even, actually I don't know if there's actually an example, but let's see. Well, basically I mean mixed contingents. Is there a possibility? I'm looking for, I'm looking for, do the Chinese have a hyperwar airborne unit? I don't see one. I don't see one actually. Not hyperwar airborne unit. Alright. So, I don't know about mixing contingents on the side. Alright. When using the hyperwar ability, non-hyperwar units cannot be involved. So it's got to be all hyperwar units there. Ground units that did not conduct the airborne movement may not participate in the attack. Okay, but now this is important. Air, naval, and SF support may be used. So now I'm going to switch to this, and now I'm wondering, can I take this NATO SF unit, same side, different contingent, and the NATO unit participate in this Chinese airborne, or do I have to use Chinese? I wonder about that. And also it goes on. What about air units? Do I have to use a Chinese air unit, or can I use a NATO air unit? So let's see. SF support. Both players can commit all SF units in their staging area to combat on a battle-by-battle basis. Now this is pretty cool, which obviously I can't do playing solitaire. But the first step is each player chooses in secret which SF units they will use and then simultaneously reveals them. That's pretty cool. It does not cost any AP to commit SF, nor does their commitment constitute an action separate from the battle being resolved. So they can just be committed to the battle like that. Okay, SF of countries on each side may be committed to any combat anywhere on the map, no matter if a ground unit of their own country is or isn't involved. So I assume that applies to airborne unit as well. Okay, so I will actually commit. So I'm going to commit the NATO SF unit. So I'm going to take save the Chinese SF unit. Now air. Close air support. I guess that's close air support. Alright, I don't see that quickly. I'm not going to dig for it, so I'll take the NATO air unit back. So I'll use the Chinese air unit, but the NATO SF unit. Alright, there are no limits other than actual availability to the number of SF units either side may commit to each battle. Having said that, though, is this combat results table one where you roll over, which would be nice. I like CRTs that roll over, or is this anything beyond 7 to 1, which is the highest column, is resolved on the 7 to 1 column, in which case they would... Oh, these are column shifts, by the way. So obviously it seems to me that extra support would be wasted. Players are not required to commit any SF, though you may certainly bluff prior to the reveal. Determine the number of shifts each side has by totaling support. By the way, the Russians, I think, can... Well, I should say the Russian Confederation can commit support, I believe. But I have already decided not to. I'm not going to commit any Russians to defend the Kazakh unit there. I'd already decided that before. Ooh, hey. Alright. So I do think that this is plus 1. 1 for the SF unit, 1 for the air unit. Yeah, so now we go to, it's 4 to 2, which is 2 to 1. With 2 shifts is 3 to 1, 4 to 1. 4 to 1, I roll 1 6-sided die. I already rolled a 4 earlier. 4 on a 4 to 1 is a BB, I think that's Bloodbath. The defending and attacking players each reduce one of their participating units by 1 step. Defender first, so is there a reduced side? No, there's not. So I guess he's eliminated. I guess the Kazakh unit is eliminated. And then the attacking Chinese reduce, yeah, they go to their reduced side. Like that. Yeah, he can advance. If a bloodbath leaves the defended hex empty, you can advance. Alright. Pretty straightforward. These ones would be recycled. Oh, wait. Air unit to the... Gotta get this right. Air unit to the reinforcement area, and the SF unit is recycled, so I think I rolled a die. That's the number of turns forward. Ooh, 5, that's not good. So I go 5 turns forward on the turn track, and that's when this unit becomes available again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, is that right? I think I did everything right there. I guess this unit is eliminated permanently. This is not does not come back, not recycled, not available for rebuild. Because that is a bloodbath result. Should say somewhere here. Oh, where is it? Where? I thought I remember seeing that. I'll pick up again in the next session.